right, we are ready to get started with our class today. We're going to do our mat-based weights class, so make sure you have your weights handy. We will be doing some kneeling postures. If you have a little extra support you'd like for your knees, go ahead and grab it, possibly also for your wrists. And then we'll start with our usual warm-up. Coming side to side, tapping lightly, moving through your back, just checking in, seeing how everything's feeling this morning. If you're joining us on YouTube, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Ring that little bell so you get notified whenever we pop up a new video. And drop a comment so I know where you're watching from. Moving into our side bends, nice and big. Stretching through that side body again, checking in, just seeing how everything's feeling today. Two more to each side. And then leaning back, pulling those feet in, starting with them hip distance apart, windshield wipering the knees. And then if everything's feeling good there, bring those feet out a little wider and rock the knees a little further. And then maybe even add rolling all the way up onto the hip. Really bring in some mobility into your hips here. If you like to know the names of things, these are called shin boxes because you're making kind of a little box shape with your shins there, I guess. And they're a really great mobility exercise. One more to each side. And then popping those feet in and out, warming up your knees. Windshield wiper your feet side to side. And then give everything circles in one direction. And then the other direction. And wiggle those fingers and toes. All right, now that we are all warmed up, go ahead and grab a weight. We're gonna start with some dumbbell pull-throughs. So you only need one for this exercise. Now you have options here. You can either use a tabletop posture where your knees and hands are on the ground and you're reaching through this way. You can do one leg up or you can do both legs up. Personally, I like to do one leg up, but you do what works for you. 1 minute on the clock. As soon as I get my timer situation resolved. Now we're ready. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. So one knee up, pulling through, and then switching sides. Making sure you're nice and stable and tight through your core. Working your back and your side muscles here. And if you're pulling that belly button in nice and tight, you're continuing to activate through your abs as well. Halfway done. If this is feeling like it's a lot of work, leave both those knees down and focus just on the pull through. If this is feeling like it's really easy, pop both knees up and then do your pull through. Let me move that out of the way. And then you'll get a lot more work through your upper body here. So up to you which way you want to do it. And time. Up next, we're going to come into a full kneel. So again, if you like having that little extra support, grab it. And then we're going to do a hammer curl into an overhead press. So grab the weight that's going to be right for you. Might want to go a little heavier. These are pretty big muscles. So you're curling up and then pressing overhead. 1 minute on the clock, 30 seconds on each side. Here we go. Curl, and press. If you are challenging yourself with that heavier weight, you can always use an extra hand to stabilize it, just to make sure you're not wobbling around, risking injury. Switching sides in 3, 2, 1, and switch. Again, feel free to use that hand just to stabilize the weight. Give it a little guide. I said hammer curl, but I'm doing a dumbbell curl. Silly me. If you're not sure what the difference is, a hammer curl, you're keeping your palm turned in, whereas a dumbbell curl, your palm is facing forward. Still breathing. And time. Staying in that kneeling posture, still using just one weight, we're gonna do our dumbbell pass around. So you're passing it around your body, and we'll go 30 seconds in one direction and 30 seconds in the other. 1 minute, here we go. And you wanna try to bring it out to your side so that you're forcing your core to engage here. So you don't wanna keep it like super tight to your body. Bring it out a little bit and try to keep your upper body straight up and down so you're not going side to side. Sucking in the belly, tightening everything up, tucking the tail under. Switch directions now. Beautiful, you guys look great. Keep it up. Ten seconds to go. And time. All right, set that weight down. And we're gonna come down on our side for some clamshells. Now, you can do regular clamshells, just plain body weight, or if you wanna add a little weight, grab the weight that's right for you, and you're gonna place it anywhere between your knee and your hip that's not on the joint. We're gonna do 30 seconds of traditional clamshells, and then we're gonna do 30 seconds of reverse clamshells, lifting the heel up. 1 minute, here we go. So traditional clamshells, knee comes up, feet stay together. Beautiful, you got it. And then we're moving to those reverse clamshells where your knees stay together and your feet come up now. So just one foot comes up. You can hover the other foot off the ground if you want to add a little extra work. And it doesn't have to come up a lot. But you might be able to feel the work through the back of the upper thigh. It's a great hamstring exercise. Almost there. And time. Now, of course, you know we got to do the other side. Got to be balanced. Can't have you guys leaving here walking around like leaning to one side. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. If this feels super easy and you want to work a little more, you have a couple options. If you're using a lighter weight, you can put it further down towards your knee. You can go to a heavier weight, or you can just do it slower. Switching to the reverse clamshell. Knees together. Foot lifting up. 10 seconds to go. Almost there. You got this, guys. Time. Beautiful. All right. Last one. We're going to come all the way down on our back. We're going to do a glute bridge, but we're going to add a variation. So no weight to start with. Bringing your heels out just a little bit from your body. Pushing up. You're going to do a tiptoe walk in and then back out and then come down. We're going to do 30 seconds with one foot leading and 30 with the other foot leading. Here we go. So push it up, tiptoe it in and out, and then bring it down. Switching sides. Oh, actually, we still got a couple seconds. Switching sides in 2, 1, and switch which foot leads. Almost there. 10 seconds to go. You got it. And time. Beautiful. All right. Sitting all the way up. That is the end of our first set. Grab some water. We still have 2 sets to go. All right, coming back in for that dumbbell pull through. With the knee support, without the knee support, you choose what you prefer. One minute on the clock. Here we go. You can even mix and match and do 30 seconds with one style and 30 seconds in the other style. Sometimes a minute can be a long time for an exercise. So it's okay to break it up and maybe try the harder variation only for part of the time. Halfway there, maybe you want to add that little extra bit of work. Ten seconds to go. And time. All right, coming into position for our kneeling posture with our hammer curl into an overhead press. 30 seconds on each side. Here we go. Curling it up, pressing it overhead. Again, using one hand to stabilize. If you're challenging yourself and you need that extra help. If not, that other hand can do whatever you like. Make sure you're breathing. Switching sides now. Looking good, guys. You got this. Keep it going. 10 more seconds. Almost there. Time. Excellent. All right, up next we have that pass around. So grab whatever you got. 30 seconds in each direction. Here we go. Looking good. Making sure you got a good grip too. No dropping weights on our feet. Switching directions in 2, 1, switch. Beautiful. Still keeping that core nice and tight. Pulling the belly button in and reaching up through the crown of the head. Time. Nice work. All right, from here, coming down for our clamshells. You might actually, if you have tender hips, like that extra support under your hip while we're doing our clamshells. Again, totally up to you. Remember, we're doing 30 seconds, regular and 30 reverse. Here we go. Slow and steady. Still breathing. Switching to those reverse in 1 now. Keeping the foot nice and flexed. Beautiful. Remember, you can always hover that other foot off the floor too to add a little extra work. Time. Switch sides. And here we go. Perfect. Slow and steady. Switching to the reverse. Maybe hovering that other foot off the floor for a little extra work. Almost done. Time. All right, setting the weight aside. Coming all the way down for those tiptoe walk glute bridges. Now, if the last round was easy for you and you want to add the weight across your hips, absolutely feel free to do that. If that was a little challenging, adding those tiptoes in by themselves, just stick with those. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Bringing it up, tiptoeing it in, and out, and back down. Switching which foot leads in 3, 2, 1, switch. Ten seconds to go. Time. Fantastic work. Go ahead and grab another sip of water. That is 2 sets done, 1 set left. All right, bringing it in for those dumbbell pull-throughs. Whatever variation works for you. Might be a little tired, might want to do the last set easier. If that's the case, absolutely go for it. You might still be feeling really gung-ho, want to do the whole thing with your knees up. If so, go for it. 1 minute, starting now. You guys got this. Halfway done. Make any adjustments you want to make for the last half. You got it. Still breathing. Almost there. Time. All right, getting set up for our kneeling postures. Hammer curl into overhead press. Here we go. "30 seconds on one side, and then we switch. Check in with your posture here. Is your head reaching up towards the sun like a flower, trying to open its petals? Switch sides. If it's not, imagine that you're that seed pushing up, looking for the sun that's straight overhead at noon. And you're reaching up, unfurling your leaves and flowers, growing tall and strong. Even stronger with each moment. Time. Nice work. All right, ready for that pass around? Here we go. Still your nice, tall, strong posture. But now there's a big breeze. So you got to make your stem, your trunk very strong to help keep you from blowing around in that breeze. Switching directions now. "15 seconds to go. You got this." Time. Nice work. Getting in position for your clamshell. One minute on the clock. Here we go. Nice and strong, you got it. Switching to our reverse clamshell now. Flexing the foot, bringing the top foot up and away. Maybe hovering that bottom foot off the floor. Maybe even separating the knees just a little bit if you can anchor the knee so it's not wiggling around. Time. Switching sides. One minute. Here we go. All right, moving into that reverse clamshell now. Check in and make sure that bottom foot and top foot are flexed. Five seconds to go. Time. All right. Keeping the weight or setting it aside as you get in position for that glute bridge with the tiptoe walk. One minute. Here we go. Halfway done with this foot. Bleeding. Both feet are doing the tiptoe walk. All right, switching to the other foot looping now. And time. Set everything aside. Come all the way up and go grab one more sip of water. All we have left now is our final stretch. All right, coming down to your mat, going ahead and clearing your space, making sure you have plenty of room to stretch. Starting with your legs out in a nice wide V. Taking a deep breath in, and then letting everything soften and relax. Let your shoulders sink down. Let your feet soften and flop, whatever way they'd like. And then with a nice big inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale and fold forward. And then again, just pause, let everything soften. Maybe let your glasses fall off. Let your elbows sink down towards the floor. Let your head hang heavy. And then on your next inhale, rising up, drawing your hands in. And then exhale over to the side for a nice big side bend. Inhale, exhale, and then inhale up and over. Exhaling as you reach out to the side. And then a nice full deep breath, really bringing some space in between the ribs. Feeling the side body expand. And then inhaling back up to center. Taking one arm, bringing it across your body. Take that shoulder down away from your chin. And then just make little figure eights with your nose here. Just small movements. Massaging out the back of the neck just a bit. And then come back into stillness and release. And go to the other side. Again, checking in to make sure that shoulder is down away from your chin. And then adding those little figure eights with your nose. Still breathing, of course. Just because you're done exercising doesn't mean you're done breathing. Got to keep doing that. Bring your head back into stillness and release. And then from here, bring the bottoms of your feet in together. Inhaling, sit up nice and tall, stretching up towards the sky. And then exhaling, softening forward. Maybe bringing your elbows down to press into your knees a little. Maybe not, up to you. Inhale, and then as you exhale, allow your body to soften down even more. If you feel any tightness or pinching anywhere or any pain, bring everything in just a little bit. Kind of check it out, see if that helps. The goal is for a stretch, but no pain. One more breath here. Softening down even a little more on your exhale. And then on your next inhale, coming all the way up. Squeezing those knees in together. And we are all done. Thank you so much for coming out to play today. I will see you next week.